Welcome to Kit Catastrophe. My name is Kit, and today we'll be taking a look at Transformers Power Core Combiner's Commander Class MUDSLINGER. This figure came out in 2010 as part of Wave 2 of the 5-pack assortment. MUDSLINGER turns into an insanely small, eye-searingly green and blue monster truck. And I have many problems with this. For starters, there's the sloppy paintwork. On some parts of the body, the blue paint just looks smeared on way too thick. On the grille, the paint wasn't even applied all the way, making it look extremely uneven. Next, he has a problem that's shared with every single Power Core Combiner's figure, the all-spark blue combiner pegs. Two of them stick out the rear like sore thumbs. They could have easily folded away into the truck interior. At least the two on the underside make an attempt to hide. And speaking of the rear, there's a huge unsightly gap where his hands are clearly visible. As for positives, the color placement is alright, and there's even some silver paint picking out the rear hydraulics. And if you look closely enough, you can see MUDSLINGER's eyes peeking out from under the engine. It's so cute! MUDSLINGER comes with 4 drones, called the Destructicons. I'll take a look at them in order from my most favorite to least favorite. First up is the Armored Junker drone, which is quite possibly the coolest thing I've ever seen. I'm in love with the whole Mad Max-esque cowcatcher placed on the front, and the silver paint placed all over is just amazing. Next is the Dune Buggy drone, which I'm rather fond of. I love how armed to the teeth it is, and the gun on top can raise and lower. Next is the Armored Truck drone, which I'm not quite as fond of. I just think it's pretty boring, although I appreciate the rocket boosters placed at the back. Last and certainly least is the Heavy Hauler drone, which is easily the worst. This thing can't even roll right due to the combiner parts not sitting right in vehicle mode. On the bright side, the crane arm can raise and lower, and the minicom port can be folded away. Honestly, while the drones are cool, and they certainly all go well together, I don't think that they go with MUDSLINGER well at all. MUDSLINGER just feels too showy to fit in with the post-apocalyptic death race drones. Transformation into robot mode is passable. It's pretty easy, but doesn't exactly leave me impressed. It happens exactly the way you expect. The front becomes the chest, the arms come from the sides, and the legs swing around from the back easy peasy. Like I said, it's only passable. Robot mode is also passable. The bright neon green is a lot more broken up by bits of blue and gray, which does wonders for him. But the design itself isn't exactly doing MUDSLINGER any favors. He looks utterly dumpy and non-threatening. He should look like a powerful bruiser, not whining for his turn on the Xbox. His arms are just lazily designed, with the rear wheels dangling off the side of his wrists. I do, however, think that placing the exposed engine on top of his head was a hilarious design choice. Posability on MUDSLINGER is not passable, however. The arms have zero effective articulation. Sure, there are joints there, but good frickin' luck getting to use them. The shoulder joints just keep getting snagged on bits of geometry, and the elbow ball joints can just go to hell. They're far looser than any ball joint on Revenge of the Fallen RC, that's for sure. You'll be damn lucky to get any meaningful use out of them. The legs and head, however, are actually pretty fine. Transformation into combined mode uses all the same tricks as going from truck to robot. That is, there are no tricks. The robot arms lazily fold up and over the shoulders, and the legs just kind of flail around a bit. The torso does use a little bit of cleverness in changing its orientation from the combined mode, but it's too little too late. The drones pop on nice and easy with nifty automorph conversions. However, the Armored Junker drone requires the front third to be flipped up manually. And here we have the combined robot mode, who I affectionately call Mon's Truck-tor. To be honest, he kinda looks like crap. The hips make no sense, the arms look like shrapnel, and the torso itself is flat as a board. Welcome to Power Core Combiners, everyone. In all fairness, the legs actually do look pretty okay, and the arm formed from the truck is relatively passable. That still doesn't explain his matrix-handled head, though. Also, the arms from MUDSLINGER's robot mode are just plainly visible on Mon's Truck-tor's shoulders, with no attempt to hide them. Speaking of shoulders, let's talk posability. It's not great. The head rotates at an odd angle, so he can't look left or right properly. The arms can move up and outwards, and that's it. No elbows, no hands to speak of, nothing. No waist joint, but there is technically an ab crunch. The legs are just kind of a mess. Move the hips at the actual hip joint, otherwise the robot feet will unpeg from the thighs and everyone's gonna be disappointed. The lower legs are fine, with unhindered knee joints and swivels below the knee. Still, you're not gonna get much posing out of this guy. Is MUDSLINGER a good figure? No. Is MUDSLINGER a fun figure? No. Is MUDSLINGER worth picking up? No. Just don't. There's very little in the Power Core Combiners line that's worth getting. Just don't bother. Now, I know the past couple months have been pretty Decepticon heavy, so I'll be focusing on the Autobots again for a while. This has been Kid Katastrophe. It's time for me to transform and roll out.